Okay, Mayor Armstead.
Good evening. Thank you, Council President. Good news, the City of Linden is proud to announce Pies on Style Street. Business owners Ricky and Brandy DiGiovanni have decided to expand their business and open a new business at 877 North Style Street. This is their second pizzeria, and their first location is in South Jersey, and it's called Pies on 9. They'll be occupying the old Enzo's Pizza, that's again at 877 North Style Street. They officially opened yesterday. They are and will be looking for employees to act as deliverers and to work in their shop. So anyone interested should stop by, and perhaps you can gain some employment opportunity, just particularly geared for our younger people. So again, stop by at 877 North Style Street. I'd like to talk about DPW. As you all know, Frank Dan, our former Department of Public Works head, has left, and effective January, we have our engineer, Nick Patina, who holds the same license. So we've actually tried to put a new structure in place where every morning the Department of Public Works forwards all of their job assignments to my office. They indicate the supervisors who will be assigned to those particular jobs, the number of men who will be working, and at the end of the day, I get a percentage of completion. So I think it's working very well. I've been utilizing one of our employees, Jerry Bishop. He reports to me directly. So in effect, we are able to actively monitor what's going on at DPW without having Frank Dan there. We're working very closely with Nick Pantina, who's the engineer, who's actually acting in a dual capacity. So there was a savings there in the fact that we didn't have to hire another Department of Public Works superintendent. Moving right along, I'd like to talk and thank our third ward council person, Monique Cardwell. Monique Cardwell chairs the IT division. Monique and I have been working very closely to look at how we can save in our IT division. Quite honestly, what we're looking at the current platforms that we're using and doing away with some of them because they're very costly and they're very difficult to maintain. We're looking at moving forward into platforms that we can invest in that will, in the long run, save us some significant dollars. So Monique and I are scheduled to meet again this week to discuss even further how we can streamline that department. And so far, we're doing a very good, well, she's doing a very good job working with myself and some other individuals at trying to make that particular division more economically viable. So, and last but not least, let's talk about the council meetings. As you all know, we implemented some new things into our council meeting to try to streamline the meetings to make them more business related versus having a show. And I want to say last month we implemented the procedures and it worked very well. And I think it's working very well this month. We invite people to come to our council caucus meetings, and they've been coming, and we've been trying to give them the answers that they need so that they don't spend a lot of time here at the dais with those questions. They have the answers. We did, however, notice that we do have to improve on our efforts to make that meeting more professional. While we are not going to deny people the right to film or record that meeting, we do want to advise you all that decorum is the order of the day. If you want to come into that meeting and you want to film the meeting, we're going to try to figure out a way to allow you to set your camera up where you can actually film and do it in a very productive and dignified, respectful way versus having your camera getting up every 2 minutes, focusing on one of the councilmen who may be eating, maybe having a snack while we're having our meeting, because some of us work during the day and we come to these meetings and we have to sometimes have our maybe dinner at the meeting. So we don't want you to be jumping up and down, putting the camera in council people's faces. We'd like you to post your camera somewhere where you can actually record the meeting and you could be of some service to your community by making sure that information is being streamlined and is being streamed so that people can actually benefit from it versus using it as a tool to mimic or intimidate people who are here for the benefit of the residents of Linden. So last but certainly not least, this month, February, is Black History Month. And we have chosen February to
Mayor, you need additional
acknowledge the, thank you, Council President, to acknowledge the contributions that the African Americans have made to this great country we call America. But I'd like to remind everybody that Black history is American history, okay? And we should take the opportunity, not just during February, to try to understand the accomplishments and achievements of the African Americans. And while we're doing so, we lean over to our brothers and sisters who are from other groups, and we'll look at their contributions as well, and we acknowledge them. And I think together that we make this a better place to live for everybody. And so that concludes my report, and see you next month, folks.
Thank you, Mayor.